The stimulated emission of light was a discovery by Einstein around 1916. All we need is an atom which possesses electrons just like any other atom in our world and a photon, that is, a quantum of light. The atom has electrons orbiting the atom's nucleus. For a better understanding, the Bohr model of the hydrogen atom will be used. The hydrogen atom has only one electron. The atom and the electron are in the ground state, namely E0. However, an electron may have other discrete values of energy. For this example, two energy levels will suffice, E1 and E2. An electron can be excited to a higher energy level by absorbing a photon whose energy is equal to the energy difference between the levels. The electron is said to be excited. However, after a very short time, the excited electron will go to the lower energy level by emitting a photon equal to the energy difference. This is called spontaneous emission. But when an atom absorbs a photon, and after a short time another photon is absorbed, a stimulated emission will be the result. The newly created photon has the same phase, frequency, polarization, and direction as the second photon. So it's a copy. The operation of lasers is based on the process of stimulated emission. Here we will discuss a 3-energy level design. A photon is absorbed by the atom. the photon has enough energy to lift the electron from energy level E0 to energy level E2. Shortly afterwards, the electron jumps into energy level E1. This can occur without emission of a photon. A laser device is made up of several components. First of all, a mirror with a reflectivity of 100% is installed at one end of the device. Furthermore, we need a gas, a liquid or a solid that serves as the gain medium and creates identical photons. Another mirror with a reflectivity of about 98% must be installed at the other end of the gain medium. Another part we need is an energy source in order to use photons to raise electrons from a lower energy level to a higher one, a process called optical pumping. Now, let's have a look at the inside of the gain medium. The atom and the electron are on the ground state. Now, optical pumping, that is emitting energy in the form of photons, is used to raise the electron into a higher energy level. In this case, its energy level is E2. After a short period of time, the electron jumps into energy level E1 without emission of a photon. Consequently, the process of optical pumping cannot cause stimulated emission because there are two different amounts of energy present. The electron will maintain its energy level E1 for some time. Then, the atom will spontaneously emit a photon in a random direction as it relaxes to a lower electronic state. This photon may interact with an excited atom that hasn't emitted a photon yet. So, the photon hits the excited atom and causes a stimulated emission because the photon has the exact amount of energy to do that. Only photons emitted in a direction perpendicular to the mirrors will be reflected. The reflected photons initiate a chain reaction to produce more and more photons of the same kind. Furthermore, only photons with the same amount of energy and the same momentum will be part of the chain reaction. That's the reason why laser beams are strongly coherent and monochromatic. A very important aspect is the fact that many atoms must be in an excited state. For a laser to work, more atoms must be in an excited state than in lower energy states. This is called population inversion. The semi-transparent mirror allows some of the laser energy to be
we got here?
So Ruben, look, this is a photograph of a normal macula. So this is the retina, the back of someone's eye, and the macula is this slightly darker area in the middle. So even an area of damage the size of a pinhead in here would mean that you would be unable to read with that eye.
So show me an eye that's had some laser damage.
Yeah, so this is a young boy who was playing with laser pointers with a friend and unfortunately had the laser shone directly into his eye.
The laser burned the young boy's macula, leaving him with a permanent eye injury. He'll never read with that eye again. As bad as this injury is though, it could be worse. In extreme cases, lasers can cause macular holes, where the laser beam actually burns right through the macula. So this is really good evidence that these things just aren't toys, are they?
Exactly, and particularly they shouldn't be given to children to use unsupervised because it's hard to make sure that they don't shine them in someone's eye.
So don't let the beauty of lasers blind you to their danger. If you really need a laser pointer, make sure you buy it from a trustworthy Australian retailer and never give it to your kids. The risk simply isn't worth it.
This is Dr. MJ Torres, and I'm here to answer your questions on beauty and wellness. Here on Ask the Experts, brought to you by Vitura Aesthetic Lifestyle. Carbon laser is an Nd:YAG machine, but uses a carbon cream to protect the outer layer of the skin. If you want to have lighter skin, or if you have pigmentation or the so-called melasma, we usually recommend the treatment called carbon laser. Carbon laser uses the laser technology, which is the Nd:YAG laser. But it's very safe. It doesn't make the skin really dark because of the carbon cream that we apply. The carbon cream protects the outer layer of the skin. The Nd:YAG usually treats the skin from within. And if you want to have a total glow, we combine it with glutathione injections. As we all know, glutathione's side effect is vitamin. Glutathione is not only a whitening treatment, it is also an antioxidant, which is very good for the liver. And there are already studies that glutathione is a good therapy for Alzheimer's. So definitely, glutathione injections is the best medication